Distinguished elders, chiefs, ladies and gentlemen. Part of my assignment is to answer the question, who is a legend? In my little understanding, a legend is a doer of extraordinary things, or ordinary things in an extraordinary way. A doer of what is eternally good. Makers of impact, beneficial to all. They are purveyors of insights, fresh insights. Champions of viewpoints that shape the course of history. Legends are remarkable achievers. Legends inspire others, and for which reason they are remembered long after their time. They can be in sports, in the arts, in science, and other areas in society at large. It is the achievement of legends that set them apart, for which reason their stories are told and passed down from generation to generation. Legends venture into uncharted territories, pushing boundaries and frontiers. Legends challenge the status quo. They overcome seemingly impossible challenges. Legends teach moral lessons, they explain phenomena, reflect or re-examine cultural values and beliefs. What is important for the purposes of our discourse this evening is the times Chief David Edebiri grew up. And this was in the era of British colonial domination of Nigeria. Now, while the Portuguese showed some respect to the Benin Kingdom, for the British, who only came in the 19th century, the 1800s, they took everything we had away from us. They took our land, our spirituality. They told us that they were on a civilizing mission, that their burden was to teach us how to be human. They taught us to hate ourselves and to despise our past. Through the indirect rule system, they turned our traditional rulers into their agents and tools. They tied our economy to theirs, made us to produce what they wanted, while turning us into markets for their products. It took some of our people to say, this is not right. People who were inspired by our past of thousands of years. Those who said, wait a minute now, we were not naked savages when these people came. Ebo Mare, Mama, we buried them. Of particular significance, ladies and gentlemen, there were young men and women called the Zikists. They were of all ethnic groups: Edo, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausas, from the east, west, north, and south, who were brought together by that common experience, who were provoked enough to say enough is enough. As opposed to those who preached gradualism in their approach, the Zikists set a deadline. You remember Anthony Inahoro, Chief Anthony Irimusele Inahoro. You know what it took for him to move that motion? So by 1956, British, please leave us alone. The Zikists organized conferences calling for a revolution of all of our people against this oppressive rule. I dare say that without the enthusiasm and the commitment and the zeal of the Zikists, the independence we got in 1960 would not have been a reality. In reaction to the Zikists, the British triggered off more forcefully divide and rule. He set the North against the South, Christians against Muslims, at the expense of national integration. With this, till date, ladies and gentlemen, we still battle. The British that set us against each other, as opposed to the approach of the Zikists that was all embracing, arrayed against the common enemy and common challenges. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Zikists qualified and earned that status of being legends. Chief David Union Edebiri is a prominent member of the Zikists. A legend by any definition. Humbly I say that his books tell the stories much better than I can. The Castle of Legends initiative was his project, and he was our founding president. A project that appreciates the importance of the role of legends in bringing about social change and national development. We all agree with them, those of us who are members now, and we are extending the invitation to all of you, that a house, indeed, a castle, needs to be built for all legends. That we need to study the exploits of legends, to inspire legendary pursuits, to uplift our people, Nigerians, and indeed all Africans who are long suffering, not just for the sake of record purposes, but to confront present challenges. How can Nigeria be the poverty capital of the world? Today, despite the exploits of legends, like David, Edebiri. Hunger, homelessness, ill health, illiteracy, unemployment are pervasive. Meanwhile, we are dealing in trillions. People are embezzling trillions and billions. And these challenges are not limited. They are in the north, they are in the south, in the east, and the west. What the Zikis did in rallying all the victims, what are we doing? It appears as if the divide and rule planted by the British is still setting us apart and against each other. Somebody said, oh, Nigeria, over 200 million people. It's not a question of population. Because we know there are countries that are larger in population who have succeeded in solving these basic issues. And it's not a question of ability to do it. It's not rocket science. It's commitment to reorganizing our land, our society, to meet the basic needs of particularly the lowliest in our midst. That's the present challenge. So who are those who, like Chief Anthony Nauro, would dare say today, hey, we want poverty in Nigeria ended. Not in 2027, but now. Set a deadline. There's no reason why anybody should be sleeping on the streets. If Jack and Dale could build estates, you know how many people got jobs when Jack and Dale was building those estates? The boost to the economy. Sale of cement, sale of raw, sale of paint, sale of electrical. You know how the economy benefited when Bruce Ali said, look, there must be a school in every neighborhood. And how that boosted the training of teachers. If we are to make every Nigerian to enjoy health as a matter of right, of course we will need to train nurses, build hospitals, doctors. So it's not rocket science. It's a question of commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, David Edebiri lived out his name. He was part of that Zikis movement, embodied in the name David that killed the British Goliath. Through that, he brought Unyumu to our people. Sunshine in dry season. And he achieved this through his son. Please don't call him Edebiri. It's Edebiri. No, where Yahubo. Hard work. I've been warned that it's not a day of speeches. And the MC is harassing me already. This mausoleum library being launched today is a major resource center. I congratulate the children and the family members who, by the way, have all taken up membership of COLI. Plenty of materials here. I urge all participants here to please take time. Yes, there's going to be a guided tour, but you need to visit this place. It's a research center. Read David Edebiri's books, buy them, see the clothes that he wore, the shoes that he wore. Feel him and be inspired by his example. Thank you very much.